on.
Brace yourself for a heart-pounding moment as an officer's heroic intervention unfolds before your eyes. As the officer pulls up to a residence, he's immediately thrust into a dire situation.
Hey, what's going on with the baby? Okay, calm down, let me see the baby.
The frantic family rushes towards him, clutching their 3-week-old baby girl, who is not breathing.
Hold on. Let me see the baby.
The officer calmly takes the baby into his arms and swiftly administers back thrusts, fighting against an obstruction choking the infant.
Hold on.
Then, suddenly, the obstacle is dislodged and the baby's cries fill the air.
He's okay, he's crying. David 10, baby's crying.
After the baby is breathing again, the family continues to panic, but the officer's compassionate intervention eventually convinces them that everything is okay.
She okay? She's breathing?
Yep. She? Yeah, she's breathing. She was crying a minute ago. Okay? All right. Okay, yep, she's okay.
The baby was transported to the hospital, which confirmed it was no longer in danger. A man was driving home with his wife, and as he went around a bend on a dark section of the road, a wild elephant ran out. As his wife screamed, the man hit the brakes, but the pickup truck plowed into the creature. This Uber driver was waiting at a red light with his passenger when something unbelievable happened. Without warning, a hand smashes through the passenger window, attempting to steal the driver's cell phone from inside the car. The quick-thinking driver sees what's happening and immediately retrieves his phone, foiling this brazen robbery attempt. But as the thief runs off, the driver calms his fare, who remains in shock over the incident. A seasoned professional, the driver maintains his composure as he speaks with witnesses and continues to get his passenger to her destination safely. A truck traveling in the right lane at about 65 miles per hour suddenly lost its front left tire, which rolled directly in front of the Kia in the left lane. The impact launched the Kia 15 feet into the air, flipping it before landing on the freeway. Despite the violence of the crash, the Kia driver, who was wearing her seatbelt, was not seriously hurt and could walk away from the accident. As the car spiraled through the air, the 25-pound tire bounced across the freeway and hit the car again before stopping. The truck driver was able to make it safely to the right shoulder without causing further damage, but the flying debris from the Kia damaged several cars. This footage shows 4 friends riding in a car with several GoPro cameras attached. The friends enjoy the ride while having a conversation.
Look at that hog. Yo, that's a yog, isn't it?
Suddenly, a car runs a red light through the intersection and T-bones the vehicle's passenger side.
Whoa, bro.
The impact is jarring, causing the car to lurch to the right while airbags swiftly deploy, enveloping the shaken passengers. Multiple cameras captured the gripping panic as the occupants braced themselves for the impending crash, but no one was injured, although the car suffered significant damage. Dashcam footage from a trailing car shows the outside perspective, clearly showing who was responsible for the collision. In this chilling dashcam footage from April 2015, Paul Yearly was commuting to work when he started to feel dizzy and nauseous, and we see him turn off his cruise control. That's the last thing he remembered. We see his hands drop from the wheel, and his head falls over as the car veers off the road into a field. Paul's foot became lodged on the gas pedal, so the car continued to gain speed, narrowly missing a power pole and crashing through a livestock fence. The revving engine can be heard as the car circles back and speeds directly towards the busy highway. But luckily, the car can't clear the hill and turns back to the fence. Paul regains consciousness, gets his hands on the wheel, and slams the brakes. but not before crashing through the fence once again. A passerby noticed the incident and stopped to help Paul, who was taken to the ER and discovered he had a low blood pressure condition that caused him to pass out. Luckily, Paul made a full recovery. This dashcam footage was captured in June 2021 in Waverly, Kansas. It's a typical stormy summer day when the dashcam of a car trailing a Jeep Cherokee captures something insane. Out of nowhere, 4 lightning bolts strike the Jeep in quick succession. All the power was lost to the vehicle and the tires were blown out. There was a small burnt section on the door handle where the strikes hit the car. Believe it or not, the 5 passengers in the Jeep were uninjured because cars today are designed to be shockproof. The Jeep's electrical system was fried, however. It had to be totaled. This scary dashcam footage takes place on a highway in Glendale, California. A Tesla suddenly stopped in front of this car, and the man exits the vehicle with a weapon. He approaches the car's driver window and smashes it with a pipe. Fortunately, the window didn't break, and the man gave up and drove away. The same Tesla driver was seen attacking another car later that day, but that car was able to escape quickly. Days later, after receiving multiple calls about the Tesla driver, police finally identified him as Nathaniel Ranamag, who had several warrants out for his arrest. This driver had a frightening encounter on a foggy day with limited visibility. While driving, 2 sets of headlights suddenly appeared from both lanes before him. One trucker was trying to go past the other in the opposite lane, leaving no space for the driver to maneuver. Fortunately, the passing truck veered onto the shoulder to avoid a head-on collision. However, despite the danger, the other truck driver didn't make any effort to avoid the situation. With nerves of steel, the driver displayed impressive skill to navigate the traffic and avoid the accident successfully. The video shows a man riding a motorcycle down the road, and as he approaches an intersection, the building on the right side of him starts to collapse. It tips as he passes underneath, and he barely makes it out. Fortunately, neither the man nor the other drivers in the video were harmed, although several cars were damaged. Upon investigation, it was discovered that 2 supporting columns of the building had failed, causing it to topple toward the road. 2 girls were in an Uber late at night when a white car suddenly blocked their path. A man emerged from the car and began running towards them. Then, frightened by the situation, the girls screamed at the driver to keep moving. The driver obeyed, and they called the police to report the incident, but neither the girls nor the driver suffered any harm. The stalker was never caught.